over here in the red, at the north.
슬레이어스 유기오.
YugiOh.
There's
Gotta
like
get in the zone.
nice stickers on his keyboard.
Yeah, I got a sticker on my keyboard actually for the G key.
고유 리너.
For you, Leenock, because the H key and the G key when I play Protoss, hold position and Guardian Shield are so close together that sometimes I end up hitting that and it triggers Guardian Shield and I'm like, God damn it.
There's this guy
quit.
fist pumping the crowd.
I know, I saw that. By the way, guys at home, if you ever want to come out and see the GSL, please do. Entry is free, whether it's just start of Code A or the finals.
Well, YugiOh is a really aggressive player, and he really showed that in the last map. He went for a very early Baning Bust, which would actually have worked really strongly if he didn't use all his Banings onto the Zerglings and send some to the drone line instead. That would have worked much more. Leenock, for you, as I've said earlier, is in top shape. His coach actually sent an email showing his 10 consecutive ladder wins this morning.
Oh, really?
He went on like a stomping mode on ladder first.
He was dominating. By the way, Drone Scout here. Coming from YugiOh. Wait, what? No, that's going to be an expansion drone here. And note, this map was inspired by Peaks of Bekdu.
By who?
Yeah, that map, Peaks of... it's a terrible map name.
Okay.
It's worse than the ID name Hope Torture. But it's Peaks of Bekdu, a StarCraft 1 map. Similar expansion locations. Great map.
So one of them is going to get Speedlings and one of them is just going to get early expansion. This time YugiOh decides to go for his natural first instead of going for his pretty crazy Baning Bust, which would have worked if he got the drones instead.
Well, oddly enough, it looks like Leenock's actually going to go for the Baneling.
Yeah, this time.
Opening. This could be a more passive play, but it might be forced into having to be more of an aggressive build because his opponent is expanding.
Well, he's one game up, so he has more room for him to be more creative, but YugiOh has to be more solid here because he's one game down and he really needs to win this if he wants to stay in the game. These Zerglings are just defending the entrance at the moment. He doesn't want YugiOh to scout at all, doesn't want him to see the Baning Nest, wants to try to catch him by surprise. He's gonna have speed Banes and he's gonna punish the expansion that's gonna be over there. One Spine Crawler is not gonna stop it. YugiOh needs to scout this for sure. Okay, then again, he has another Spine Crawler coming down, so that might be enough to stop any Baning that's coming in. Couple of Banings being morphed at the moment from Leenock. Doesn't want to get spotted. Wants to set a trap card for YugiOh instead.
You know, the thing about, here's the problem is that he has to get up the ramp. It's not going to be the Spine Crawlers that are going to die. He's going to have to go for the Queen. Let's see if he does it. He's got to be very careful. Each Baneling's so precious.
Oh, runs in!
Oh, what?
Oh, runs into the base. Drones are trying their best. Oh, catches on a drone! Oh, is he gonna go in? Come on!
Okay,
oh, catches on a drone.
The move he needed to do.
That is it. That is it for sure. How many drones does he have left?
6 drones.
6 drones.
To 14.
To 14.
Damn!
A lot more Speedlings are coming on the way for Leenock, and do remember that he has speed. So his Speedlings are going to be more, it's going to be stronger than YugiOh's Zerglings. He's just pumping out units right now, going for one base Baning play. Well, the thing is he has Baning, so no matter how many Zerglings YugiOh have, it's not going to be enough. Because 2 Banings can take care of the whole army of Zerglings.
Oh,
Oh, here comes the Banings. Is he going to be able to do that? 2 Banings coming on the way. 2 Banings is going to take care of the whole army over there. 2 Banings can one-hit any Zergling army. He's splitting his Zergling army up right now. He doesn't have speed though.
He just has to go for the ramp again, and it's easier to do that. Whoa, that was actually somewhat of a mistake there from Leenock. He better get drones to make up for that, because no Banelings are going to get up there. And, yeah, actually that was somewhat of a win there for YugiOh. Didn't lose the Queen, and didn't really lose any. I think he lost 1 drone, maybe no drones.
But at the same time, Leenock doing so much damage to the economy and know that he's already ahead, is getting an expansion. Great choice by him, instead of just banking everything into a speed bang army right now. And he probably will get just a few speedings and 2 banings in his base to defend. Not gonna be much of a problem. Sitting safe and tight in his base. Looking at the drone count though, we do see YugiOh just droning up. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm getting more drones.
He's gonna go ahead and the Lings. Just fill in here with more Lings. And now,
I don't think YugiOh has gas, so doesn't have.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to actually tech up here. I gotta say that, that actually shows you how Leenock sort of managed to just keep YugiOh matted down this game. YugiOh doesn't have much mobility. And when I say mobility, I'm not talking about Ling speed, I'm talking about with choices, he can't shift into much else and transition the game.
Pretty funnily. Is that a word? Pretty funnily?
Well, I make up words all the time, so I won't judge you.
YugiOh actually has more drones than Leenock. YugiOh, the last time we looked, he had, I guess, 29 drones. 29 drones against Leenock's 27 drones.
You know, I think Leenock's to some extent given up his opportunity. He should have gotten his opponent down to 6 drones and then transition into just playing and getting ahead. Because what do you do when you're ahead?
You get more ahead.
That's right. Girl's been taking notes. Kelly's been taking notes.
Writing them down.
That's right. And now,
it's a good choice of army though, going for roaches against rather than trying to go for banings and trying to fight it. He decides to go for roaches, which is super efficient against a baning army.
And you know what's good about it is if they don't have enough Lings, it just kills the Lings pretty quickly too.
And you see Leenock's game plan right there. He's getting +1 upgrade for his roaches before they are even up. So we're gonna see a huge roach fight later on, a roach versus roach fight, which is common for Zerg versus Zerg, and it pretty much depends on the concave.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. You got to get a good concave. Get the angle for the drones. You see for the roaches. I don't know how I sometimes get my pronouns swapped like that. You got to get the drones in the perfect concave so that you're just dealing more damage, and they're the ones that are absorbing it. Their roaches are the ones stuck in the back. Yeah. It's similar to Protoss versus Protoss in StarCraft 1. It's like that in Zerg vs. Zerg in StarCraft 2. Roaches, roach angling and stuff like that, critical.
Well, it's amazing that YugiOh actually held out this far and he took the risk to just drone up, and they are pretty even. They're actually even on resource and income count right now. Experienced player for sure. Finally getting speed for his Zerglings. Both of them getting layer up soon to get that roach upgrade, to get that speed on the roach. Only difference is YugiOh doesn't have banings, but that's okay.
Lings coming down now. YugiOh actually taking a 3rd base here.
He has an Infestor peak coming up. 6 roaches on the way for Leenock. 20 Zerglings on the way for YugiOh. Zerglings are gonna stream into Leenock's base right now. YugiOh is gonna keep up the aggression so that Leenock can't come back with, can't come back and take his 3rd base. Basically, he just wants to keep Leenock where he is and not let him come and see his 2nd expansion. Sees the amount of roaches that he has. Don't think it's a good idea for him to attack right now. He just doesn't have enough. Getting roach speed. I think YugiOh is kind of doing 2 things at once. He got a roach warren, but he decides to go for more Zerglings this time. He's pumping out Zerglings and he's getting a couple of Infestors.
You know what, Lena? YugiOh should not be doing this.
Oh my god! That.
I was sort of scratching my head for the last few minutes, kind of looking at what YugiOh was doing, saying, well, I don't know about this.
He lost his whole 20
well,
Zergling
if you
army.
even see one Baneling, then you shouldn't be going in there with pure lane. Because there's just so much stuff that can go wrong.
Well, to be honest, YugiOh is going to have a very hard time, guys.
Yeah. This is, well, I mean, in all fairness, though, YugiOh is taking the upper left base, and that's pretty hard to get to.
He's pretty bossy.
It's all about balls.
Here comes Leenock. Getting +2 for both his attack and his defense. His roach army is definitely stronger than YugiOh's army because he just has that upgrade that YugiOh doesn't have.
If he can get fungal, though, that makes roaches pretty much useless. Because, of course, they don't have much range. You can just fung them, they just sit there.
You know, Yu-Gi-Oh is like playing mind games on Leenock. Oh, I suicided my Zerglings into you, and then Yu-Gi-Oh is Leenock is thinking I don't have any. He probably doesn't have an army yet. But then he comes in and see that Spinecrawler. Gonna come in and try to take the second expansion.
Oh, goodbye, Queen. He's over in this good angle now. They can guard the ramp here with these roaches. Meanwhile, the other roach is going to attack the hatchery.
Going for a counter attack, Yu-Gi-Oh. What do you think about this counter attack coming from Yu-Gi-Oh? The one where he tries to do a base trade.
It's all he can do. It's about as close as you get. It'll probably be an expo trade.
There's also an expansion going up at the 5 o'clock position for Leenock.
You know what? This is not going to work from Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is going to get sandwiched. And as you can see, nice fungal, very nice fungal.
Can he turn this around?
It will give the Yu-Gi-Oh a better concave, but at the same time, more roaches coming from behind. Nope, fungal in the back.
Oh.
But he can't really reinforce this.
Well, he doesn't have much unit on the map at the moment, and he just lost his whole roach army. Gonna lose his infested. Leenock can actually move in right now to end the game, which I think he is doing. He's moving all his roaches towards Yu-Gi-Oh's base. It's looking very bleak for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, this sucks for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but he really tried his best. Like earlier on, he managed to match Leenock's economy, even though he lost so much drones.
Ouch!
Get a fungal.
That was actually the best fungal I've seen because it actually blocked off the rest of the roaches in the back. They couldn't put Yu-Gi-Oh back again. Very nice. Look at that. Spine crawlers clearly can hit the roaches with the fungal on him, and he's not going to let him get out. Unbelievable. Whoa.
That's a great concave.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh loses half of his roach army to Yu-Gi-Oh. Does he have enough energy for another fungal?
Let me check.
He does.
Yeah, he does. Actually, could do about 2 more.
He's sitting safe and snug.
But you know what? Actually, Leenock can just go back to the bottom right.
Leenock is getting infestors also. He's gonna give Yu-Gi-Oh a taste of his own medicine. It's gonna be up to who can get a better fungal on each other. This actually happens a lot in Europe play. A lot of Europeans do this fungal roach build. It's so strong. Whenever I see it, I get so surprised. I'm like, whoa!
Well, it's such a solid way to play, because especially in a map like this, which has lots of bridges and ramps and little connecting points, one good fungal will not only stifle your opponent's army, but often clog that entrance.
6 infestors. Corrupts Leenock's hatchery. Leenock is ready and waiting for him. We might see the deciding fight right here.
Okay, now he can fungal this ramp. Oh no, he actually doesn't have his infestors there in time. No, he has one infestor right there.
Can't be caught.
Maybe we need to get the lights in the studio fixed. Our monitor's a little bit too glary.
Yu-Gi-Oh backs off. Doesn't think he can fight there. He has a lot of infestors, so I think that it's kind of a little bit too much. He's over-investing in them.
Well, this becomes a weird kind of stalemate position. We might have to see them transition into different types of units. Hydras are quite good. You can surprise them and get Mutalisks and throw them off.
Leenock is definitely up in economy. I mean, he has his third base for so much longer. Yu-Gi-Oh is going to come in. Let's hope he doesn't get caught. Backing off.
Roach is retreating. Meanwhile, a force coming up from behind.
He wants it.
But it looks like our Red Zerg is more than aware of that. There are, in fact, no infestors at the base, so we could have gone for the spine crawlers, although that's questionable after that.
Seems like a couple of spine crawlers are moving in to the middle of the map.
They would like to. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. More roaches coming in now. They clear up the hatchery. Boom. Canceled all that. Yeah, he was going to make some spine crawlers there. Leenock is kind of, oh my God, hold that thought. Oh, beautiful fungal, damn. Look at that, so good. He does get these few infestors as they attempt to retreat. Right now, Yu-Gi-Oh on the ropes.
His army is actually smaller than Leenock's. I mean, the red Zerg army is smaller than the blue Zerg's army, but he manages to neutralize that by getting pretty perfect fungus.
Yeah, that's quite true. As he drops with Best Terrans in over here. really know why he did that, to be totally honest.
Baiting.
I don't know what he was. I don't know what that was. I guess he wanted him to try to feel like he had a lead and chase him down, and now he's gonna. I thought he was maybe gonna counterattack the upper left, but no, he weaves back around down.
Here you go. Here you go. Is he gonna get a fungi?
Oh, he's actually gonna get, I think, both infestors. There's still 2 more retreating. They get 1 more retreating. Scratch that. By the way, YugiOh continuing to take more and more and more of the map here. I mean, excuse me, Leenock Foyu taking more and more and more of the map.
Well, he has more roaches and more money, and when you're so far ahead, you're gonna abuse that situation. And he could actually have ended the game much earlier, but he decided to go. I'm not really sure why he decided to go for a longer game. He's taking the Go expansion right now, and that's gonna put him too far ahead for YugiOh to handle. Has a semi-roach and Hydra's army, spots the drones that are migrating somewhere. That has nothing. The drones actually migrate to the Go base, but there's nothing at the Go base for the raid player. Doing some long distance Go mining.
Yeah, that was interesting. Well, he actually has oversaturated at his expansion. And as you can see, Roach is now coming up here to attack. But yeah, if you get too many drones in an expansion, you can actually split off long distance mining with some of them. Here comes a fungal!
Gonna funga?
Nice.
Gasu funga.
Now that's a lot of damage done.
There is a lot. Oh, catches almost a whole roach army!
Beautiful fungal there.
Oh my god, another funga coming up. The infestor's getting complete range on the roaches right there. He can actually do a fight right now.
And it looks like even though the fungals are pretty good, the sheer number of blue roaches coming from Leenock is going to clean up.
Well, you have to remember that Leenock also had +2 on all his all +2 defense and +2 attack on his roaches.
Oh, that's a good observation.
Yeah, while YugiOh doesn't have any upgrades at all.
This sucks for YugiOh. This is not good.
Texas, do you think if YugiOh managed to get upgrades, he would have won that fight? Pretty high.
Well, he could have fungal, done damage, and ran. Which, of course, is a win in a way. You know, you're whittling your opponent's army down. There are Hydras, though, now inside this army composition on the map. So when you get the Hydras and the Roaches, yeah, there's just not much you can do. Beautiful chases him back.
+2 roaches are just so strong. I mean, YugiOh doesn't have any upgrades like I said earlier, and you just can't fight a bigger. I mean, the army is already bigger than yours, and you don't have any upgrades. It's gonna be so hard for you to win the fight. Losers is 2 infestors that are rallied out. Roaches coming from behind, taking out the couple of spine crawlers that are there. I think this is pretty much game over for YugiOh.
Yep, that's gonna be GG.
Nukes down the hatch.
Goodbye, hatchery.
Gets an infest. It's a funga.
GG.
It's
What a
GG.
game.
Great play by YugiOh though. Super creative.
He played really well, but thumbs down. Leenock Foyu says no. Well, you know, I feel bad because YugiOh is so good. This was one of the better Super Circs we had here at GSL. But Leenock is just too damn good. So, yeah.
That's the thing about GSL. There are so many good players that you want to root for, and they often get matched up against each other, just like yesterday in Code S. So many good players.
We don't get to see a lot of Circs, but, you know, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
YugiOh will be back.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We actually don't have very much time here to close out because we got to do the interview. And as far as I know, the players get out of the booths pretty quickly. So, again, G-Skill and Intel, we want to thank you guys so much for all your help in supporting esports, supporting us, Blizzard. Thank you so much for such a great game. And viewers, thank you so much for tuning in here at GoMTV.net with Kelly and me. In case you're wondering where Toast is, I know he was supposed to cast today instead of me. He's been very, very sick. We wish him well. He threw up literally 10 minutes after the broadcast. It's kind of sad. Poor guy.
Tasteless is taking care of him.
I'm taking care of him. I'm making him chicken soup. And then I realized he's a vegetarian right when I said that. But he'll be better soon. His girlfriend's taking good care of him. So, and thank you, Kelly, for coming down here and helping out.
Thank you guys for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you down here. So many people, I think have been like, well, why are Tasteless and Artosis not casting 6 days a week for 4 hours a day unscripted, all day long? Why don't they just, not want to have free time and stuff? Well, I'm sorry, guys. We've been commentating a lot, so we do appreciate Kelly being down here and helping us out. Thank you so much. And it's allowed Dan and me to do what you actually have to do if you want to commentate StarCraft. Play the game, which we are now going to be able to do more of due to having more free time. So we thank you so much, Kelly, for this help. Now, we're going to throw up today's match results on the screen here for you guys, and it should be up in just a second here. See? We had
ST Virus 2-1 Fox Moon. Gunzi taking 2-0 against Liquid Hay Pro. Xenex Coca 2-0 ST Ace. And Leenock for you 2-0 Slayers YugiOh.
poor YugiOh taken out. Now, tomorrow for the Codes matches, which will be casted by Artosis and me, unless Artosis is still deathly ill, we're going to have Liquid Jinro against Bolt Prime. ST Rainbow against Check Prime. Nada, you know his name, against the best Foyu. And to end the day, we're going to have Hongun Prime against OGS Top. Should be pretty cool. And for Code A, Day 3, round of 32 matches, we'll have
TSL Rain versus FXO Moonglade versus Xanax June. I am Junwei versus Slayers Alicia. OGS Supernova versus SD Squirtle.
SD Squirtle. Maybe my top 3 favorite Pokemon since watching these games. So whenever our interview's ready, Kelly and I are going to sign out here. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. And in fact, our player's ready now. So guys, for Kelly and Tasteless, sorry, by the way, I'm sorry you didn't get to cast with Artosis.
That's okay.
I was trying to think of our Archon merger name for you guys, but I only came up with R-Kelly, and that's probably not a good Archon merger name.
No.
So, no, it's not a good one.
No.
So,
don't put ideas in people's head.
No, we don't want to put ideas in people's heads. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Kelly, for the help. I'll see you guys at Codes tomorrow. For Tasteless and Kelly, this is the GSL Code A.